Today with the ScanNCut DX, we're going to be making a simple Easter sign. Hello friends, Flaum here, and I'm super excited to share this with you because it's actually a lot easier than you might think, thanks to the ScanNCut, and we can get some mixed media fun in here as well. So the first step, I have a wood sign. Now this could be this could be a canvas, this could be a lot of different materials, but I'm placing a base layer of white acrylic paint. You could also use gesso, but a white acrylic paint or gesso base is your first step. You want to get it all over and smooth. You want a fairly thick coat. Just basically what you're doing here is making it so that now when we pour our color paints down, we have a nice solid base so that our paint will not sink into the wood and disappear, so that the color stays really bright and sharp and fresh. Now I am just going to be pouring 4 different colors of acrylic paint, nothing special, just standard acrylic craft paint. And you might notice I'm just kind of pouring it all over. I'm going to be making 4 different colors here on my egg, just kind of like I've dipped an Easter egg. And then what we'll do once we have them all poured down is to spread them. I'm using foam brushes. These are just foam paint brushes you can pick up at the craft store, but you could also use a standard paintbrush if that's what you have. The foam brushes can be washed out and can be reused. Now what I'm going to do is move the paint around and smear it around. You can take as long or as short as you'd like with this process, but your goal really is to just move that paint around, and you're kind of blending some of the colors in some areas and moving the colors around. Some of the white might show through. What I really like here though is we're creating a blended, colorful effect that's going to look very funky and free, but without very much hassle because we've just laid the colors down and moved them around. So it's very, very simple and no special painting skills or drawing skills required, which I love. With this done, I've printed out Happy Easter in a font. This particular font does better printed out, but you can of course also utilize the free tool that's available to you for computer use, the text converting tool, so that you can directly create text files from your computer. But as I said before, this particular font does better scanned in because it is cursive and of all the overlaps. And it's really easy to scan in and make a cut file. So let's go ahead and get that going. I've loaded my mat. We're going to scan to cut data. And it has grayscale mode, and that is fine because we are using black text on white paper. And once this gets going and scans it in, we're going to be able to select and zoom way in. You're going to want to pull those corners way in so that only your cut file and your future cut file and a small area around it is saved. And then you're also going to want to decide if you want outline only or if you want the outline to be both inside and outside, which I do because of the letters. Once this is done, you can save. I'm saving to my machine. And guess what? That's it. Our cut file is ready to go, ready to use. All we're going to have to do is click on out of here to go to the home screen. And once we're at the home screen, we go to Retrieve Data, Machine, and I already know it's always going to be the last file. So if you're creating and then going right to it, it's always going to be the last file saved. Now we're going in here into the little red boxes to select all of the cuts. We do not want to move one piece without moving all. So we're going to unify, then we can resize this to be the height and the width that we would like. And we can check if you need to check. I know my egg-shaped sign that I made was quite large. I believe it's actually the widest point is 11 inches and it's something like 14 inches tall. So I can make this quite wide, but I also know that it gets narrower at the top and bottom. So somewhere around 7 inches wide, approximately, is where I'm going to want to put this. And you see the pause in my video here. That's because I go and double check with my ruler, which is always a good idea, that I'm not going too big before I finish up and commit to my size. Now, once I have that sized where I would like it, we're ready to cut. We can move this if we want it moved somewhere else on the mat and just click through OK until we get to cut, select cut. And we're going to want to make sure that half cut is turned on, which it is here. You do that right there where that little tool icon is, and start. Once it is cut out, And I have cut this out of a sticker vinyl, although you could cut this out of any number of materials depending on what you would like to use. I selected sticker vinyl because I know that it'll fit onto this shape and look really nice on this painted background that I have created. And I also know because it is already, since it is like the name implies sticker, it is going to go ahead and be great. Now I just have to weed it, which is what you see me doing here with my help with my tool to get all of the excess vinyl out away. Once that is done, we're ready to transfer it. Now a design like this, all these little words and everything and little letters, we're going to want to use transfer material, which you see me pulling out right there. That's also available for purchase from Brother Dealers. And you utilize this, it's sticky on one side, and you utilize that stickiness to pick up the sticker vinyl. So it's going to lift it off of its current backing sheet. And you notice the backing sheet is intact. That is because we use the half cut with the ScanNCut. Using that half cut means it'll cut the vinyl, not the backing sheet, and it makes transferring things a whole lot easier. So now we just take this and transfer, and if it's sticking, you just press down again and check, and if it sticks again, you just keep repeating that process of pressing down again and then lifting up to check, make sure everybody is coming along for the ride. Once everything has properly lifted and transferred, then you're ready to finish this project. Yes, that easily. So to do this, what we're going to do is take this and place it onto the wooden egg, which is now dry. We did, of course, wait until this was fully dry. Now you can just sit there and play with it, and then you're going to rub it down, lift up, and work slowly here. Make sure that everything is properly transferring. And if it is, great, keep going. Once you have that all properly transferred, you can lift that transfer material off, and here you go. As you can see, it turned out beautifully and is absolutely a masterpiece. Totally made easy thanks to the ScanNCut DX and thanks to the ability to customize, make our own words, and add some detailed cutting that's very precise and very clean to a fairly messy painted piece that we created. I hope that you are inspired. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and be sure to subscribe to the Brother YouTube channel for more ideas and inspiration.